Hey guys, what's going on? DJ Spirit here, and I am back for yet another unplanned, unexpected stream. Now, before I start, I need to make a couple of things very, very clear. At no time during this stream does anything I say reflect the views of SP Gaming as a whole, or any of its other members. It is not tied directly to the thoughts, feelings, opinions, and expressions of SP Gaming, nor does it reflect the opinions, views, or attitudes of any of my sponsors, stream teams, friends, anything like that. Everything I'm going to discuss today is, well, some of it's going to be controversial. Some of it's going to make some people uncomfortable. And at the end of the day, I believe that it's the cold hard facts that people need to start hearing. People need to start thinking about whether I'm a large streamer or a small streamer. And I'm not just talking about how big I am as a guy, because I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, but I'm not a huge streamer, right? But I'm fucking fed up. Absolutely fed up. And I think now is the time that I should use what little power I have through this platform to discuss things, to expose things, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, it comes down to some shit ain't right, and I don't feel right keeping my mouth shut. So let's see, guys. Man, there's so much to talk about. I'm not even sure really where I want to start. There's been a lot of discussion about Dr. Disrespect and everything that's happened since Friday, and I will be discussing that. There's been a lot of controversy going on and quite the hunt for people who are abusing their power on Twitch, whether they be streamers, whether they be employees, about sexual misconduct. There's a lot of harassment going on. There's a lot of just absolutely people out there. And then there is the people that nobody seems to really want to talk about until they do something absolutely ridiculous that it outrages people. And those people that I'm referring to are the people that teeter on that fucking fine line of what's acceptable for TOS and what's not. And these are the people that piss me off, and these are the people that I'm going to be targeting a lot about, and these are the people that Twitch has decided to protect as well, or just let them fly under the radar. So I'm going to be targeting some of the decisions Twitch has made, and we're just going to get into a real storm of controversy today. I'm really hoping that you guys are willing to engage in conversation, because that's the whole point of this. It's not about me saying, oh, you're a bad person, or oh, this person is innocent, let me kiss both butt cheeks at the same time. I'm not here to do that, you know. And a lot of people who know me, they know my opinions and views on certain streamers, and you know, we're going to be discussing people who, hey, Kansahin, thank you so much for the follow, my dude. My apologies, I do not seem to have any of my alerts or anything on. So let me go ahead and get that added. Once again, my apologies. Let's go ahead, we'll get that added there. I apologize. Hello, thank you, and welcome. As I was saying though, we're going to be discussing a lot of things. I want to hear from you guys, because let me tell you, chat, I've fucking had it up to here with the things that are going on. We've got streamers who are afraid, terrified of making a mistake that is completely out of their control. And then we've got streamers who are running around, you know, being sexually aggressive, or, you know, popping various body parts out on stream. Like, it's f***ing insane. It really is. So here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna discuss some of the popular things. We're gonna discuss some of the rules of Twitch. Then we're gonna discuss examples where Twitch has stood up for us and where they have fucking failed us hard. And then we're going to get into, you know, getting you guys to discuss and share some examples. I really wish that somebody from Twitch would, you know, lower themselves down, come into the channel, and actually have a conversation with us. But I honestly, as just a lowly, small, freaking affiliate, I don't even know where to begin as far as getting a hold of them. So this is the best that I can do. All right, let's start with the obvious here. Let's start with Dr. Disrespect. Now, first and foremost, before anybody jumps on the bandwagon and is all like, oh, you're just a fucking fanboy, da-da-da-da-da, let me make it very clear. I'm not a fan of his persona. I get that it appeals to people. It's not a thing for me. But I respect Guy as a streamer. I respect the accomplishments that he's made. I respect the ever-living out of him for being able to find a way to market himself and do it successfully. So, I'm not like a huge fanboy or anything like that. I just respect the man for being able to do it. Let's take a look at kind of the timeline here. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the last 1 to 8 minutes of his stream on Friday. For those of you who haven't, trust me, you can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Twitter. You can find it everywhere except for on Twitch. Why? Because he got banned. And I mean, you know what? Not gonna lie, it's not a surprise to hear that a partner gets banned or gets a suspension or anything like that. That's the nature of the beast. Sometimes we up and we've got to turn around and we've got to fix that. All right, fair enough. But here's what's a little messed up about it, and here's what doesn't make sense. Dr. Disrespect gets banned. And it's obvious that he knew about it near the end of his stream. He checks his phone. His entire composure just absolutely changes. And as much as he tries to be a fucking champion, he can't carry on. You know, he says to the Champions Club, we're going to get through this. You know, and mad respect for him for even being able to carry on that far. I don't think I'd be able to do it, but mad respect to him for being able to do it. Then we see his channel's taken down. Again, nothing surprising. We've seen it before with Dr. Disrespect. Mistakes have been made before. And I'm not here to bash the guy or anything like that. I want to make that very clear. You know, just stating the facts. But then, Twitch unusually dodges any conversation about why, which goes 100% opposite of what they've been doing lately about transparency, you know, and honestly using any ban they can to brag about how they're enforcing their TOS. You know, they're trying to convince us that they're following their TOS, which is, by the way, big red flag number one. Like, when a company has to, like, be like, look at us, we're following the rules. Look, we put that person on a timeout. It's like, that immediately makes me sketch. Right there. I'm not buying what you're selling, man. At all. So, they turn around, they do that. They're not willing to talk about it. They're not willing to give any information. And, you know, part of me believes that streamers should have some privacy. But then there's that other part where when Twitch is going on this crusade, if you will, of trying to prove that they're following TOS, you're either transparent or you're not. You don't get to brag that you're transparent while hiding in the shadows. That's not how it works. You're either a crusader or you're a coward. And right now, Twitch is playing a really big powerhouse coward move. And I think they know it, whether they're willing to admit it or not. You know, they're leaving everybody questioning things, which, to be perfectly honest, is only helping destroy this man's career and his life. You know, I'm certain that they're well aware of the speculations that are going on, the assumptions that are being made. What can I say? It's absolutely insane. Tomatin Cop, thank you very much for the follow and for the host. I appreciate you, my dude. I really, really do. So they know what's going on. They know what they're doing. There's no surprise there. So by remaining silent, all they're doing is helping destroy Dr. Disrespect's image. I absolutely will take a look at that. Moya Egal. 200% will. Tomatin. I will need some time, but I will take a look at it. So, you know, like, they know what they're doing. This man is being destroyed by the day. I'm not going to get into the speculations as to why he's gone. That's not my business. That's not my place. Until the information is surfaced, I am refusing to make any judgment or, you know, any serious comment. All I know is that Dr. Disrespect broke silence yesterday, or earlier today, one of the two, and he made it very, very, very clear that Twitch hasn't told him why he's banned yet. And that's a little messed up. You know, the one person who they owe an explanation to, they won't talk to. But then there's other people who are like, oh, I know what's going on. I have inside information. And I mean, whether it's true or not, that's neither here nor there. You know, the fact is that Twitch does kind of have a bit of an obligation to explain to somebody that they just signed a multi-million-dollar contract with as to why the fuck they don't have access to the account anymore. I feel like that's just standard decent business practices 101. Maybe I'm wrong. If somebody's got some factual information on that they can supply, please feel free to leave it in chat, or feel free to join the Discord and, you know, drop me a DM with any information in regards to that. But as it stands, regardless, it's just about being a decent company and a decent human being. So Dr. Disrespect is sitting there scratching his head wondering what the hell is going on. Nobody's telling him anything. Rumors are floating left, right, and center. I mean, there's some absolutely absurd ones. And, I mean, somebody is saying that people are being disciplined for things that are happening outside of Twitch. And this is where we're going to segue. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's a little up. But okay, Dr. Disrespect got, you know, temporarily suspended. He got like a temp ban for the incident at E3, which, to be perfectly honest, was not 100% in his control. But we've seen instances of this where people have come in, done inappropriate things that have impacted a stream, and the streamer's the one that suffers. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, let's go with that. Let's say that we can be punished for that we do off of Twitch. Which, first of all, I think is like a massive overstep, because I'm not signing a contract with Twitch that says that they have the right to tell me what the fuck to do with my life off their platform. That should not be a thing, but let's say it is. Let's talk about some popular female streamers for a minute. Now, I don't know about you, but the last time I checked the TOS, nudity is a no-no. So that means if at any point in time, I as a streamer show content of myself or somebody else being nude, I'm going to get banned, and rightfully f***ing so, on Twitch. But now, based on this new interpretation of the TOS, if I decided with my wife, another consenting adult, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, chat, but let's say that me and my wife decide that we want to make a f***ing porno. And we make a porno, and we distribute that online. If Twitch catches wind of that, I'm going to get banned? Then what the f*** is going on with all of these top female streamers, well, not all, but some of these top female streamers who have OnlyFans accounts, who are selling pictures, naked pictures of their body, and tying that link to their Twitter account, which they use to promote their content as a partner on Twitch. Why is nobody f***ing talking about this? Why isn't Twitch going around and saying, okay, insert person's name here, you're f***ing banned. Okay, you're banned. And there's even some male streamers that I happen to know of who brag about their OnlyFans account. So, I mean, What the f are you doing, Twitch? What is going on? Seriously, what is going on? We have people who are high-end partners who are supposed to be the face of Twitch, who allegedly can be banned for actions that happen off of Twitch. One of the terms of service of Twitch is no pornography, no nudity. And we have some of our top female streamers, unfortunately, feeling that they should be selling naked pictures of themselves. And then we've got these amazing female streamers. Mima, the Greeky grandma. She's an absolutely amazing streamer. She doesn't sell her body. She doesn't sell her bath water. She's not throwing animals. She's not spitting vodka into animals' mouths. She's not doing porn shoots. And yet, lo and behold, she's making it great. You know? That's a prime example of an actual talented streamer. A talented female streamer who doesn't need to engage in sexualization of themselves. And then we've got these male streamers who I have seen. They root around on different websites and they're making lewd comments about other human beings. And they are still on the platform. But then a male streamer who's actually doing a legitimate workout video, and because his shirt was slightly too short, he got banned for being in an actual workout attire. Like, and then I've also seen some female streamers whom they were in actual workout attire, what they would normally wear to the gym, and Twitch is telling them, you're not allowed to wear that. And it's like, I'm sorry, when did Twitch give birth to me? When did Twitch give birth to us? They've left some absolutely lax, open to interpretation TOS, which they have used to their benefit time and time and time again, in order to target certain people, but then protect and coddle other people. And you guys know who I'm talking about when I talk about vodka and mouths and crap like that. That streamer shouldn't be on this platform. Multiple infractions, and Twitch has done nothing but coddle that streamer and protect that streamer. Absolutely nothing. Minor disciplinary actions, but they're still sitting there coddling that streamer and protecting them vehemently, whatever the word is, you know, like with full force. They've had animal rights activist groups banding together. They have had petitions, and I'm not talking like a couple hundred or a couple thousand signatures. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of fucking signatures. And Twitch is doing everything they can to protect this streamer. So, let's throw it back for a minute over to what happened to Dr. Disrespect, because one of the theories is that he's just become too volatile, too unpredictable, or he's offended too many people. Okay, but how many petitions have gone on garnering hundreds of thousands of signatures in order to petition for him to be removed off the platform? And Twitch is still hiding in the dark about that. They won't even tell Doc why they removed him. Then we've got this other streamer who, I'm not going to mention the name because I don't need all of their fans coming in and attacking me, because that's what's going to happen. But we've got this other streamer who has had multiple petitions against them, who has committed acts that legally have been proven to be animal cruelty, and they are still on this platform. And Coda, I like what you just said there. Twitch catering to select streamers. But wait, there's more. Sorry, Mima, I had to steal that for a minute. I love that line. There's more, though, because in a recent statement, Twitch says they don't do that. So, we've got Twitch's words over here, and then we're just watching what they're actually doing. Twitch. Bleh, spewing bullshit. Their actions right here. Notice how far apart they are? That's called contradiction. Twitch is not following their TOS. They have made it where I, as a parent streamer, am petrified to have my door open so I can have proper air circulation in my office, because there is a small chance that my daughter might decide she wants to take off her shirt and run into my room, into my office, and I'm gonna get banned for that. 90% of the time, I can't even engage with voice chat of random groups like I used to, which is part of the enjoyment of some FPS games, to get to know and meet other individuals. Because I have to be afraid that somebody's going to jump onto that voice chat and say something inappropriate, and I'm going to get banned. Because that's Twitch's policy. Oh no, we don't get in the middle of it. Safe harbor. If there's DMCA, you can't come after us. Safe harbor, safe harbor. We don't intervene and take action while they intervene and take action. Like, it's utter BS. And talking about DMCA, I don't know how many times I've had to get in a fight with Twitch over VODs that have been muted for music that I have the permission and the rights to be able to air on my stream. Whether it be through the Monster Cat Gold subscription, whether it be through actually getting the rights from the composer themselves and providing proof. Twitch doesn't give us an option in order to upload proof at the beginning or end of any video. They just use their automated broken-ass software which doesn't think for itself and doesn't allow us to submit this information. And we get penalized, we get punished for that. And I know plenty of people are like, oh, well, it really doesn't matter if your VOD's muted. It matters to some of us. Some of us need those VODs in order to prove that we've actually completed requests or requirements from sponsors. And to have chunks muted out, that does not look professional. It doesn't. It truly, truly doesn't. So, I mean, again, Twitch, where are you? Where are you, Twitch? Where are you? Why won't you come and talk to us and be honest with us? You know what? I would have more respect for the Twitch enforcement right now if they would just admit, you know what, guys? We dropped the ball. We the bed. We honestly aren't sure what the fuck we're doing. We're playing it on case by case. I'd have respect for that. I'd be like, all right, cool. I get it. You guys are using circumstances, individual circumstances, to make decisions. But then, on the other hand, they're not saying that. Instead, they are insisting that they know what they're doing, that they're following these TOS to a T, that those are law. You know, we're transparent. We have a set TOS. We follow them. We obey these rules. We hold all streamers, regardless of popularity, regardless of stance, regardless of status, regardless of being a partner or an affiliate or a viewer. Bullshit, bullshit, blah, 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 blah. More bullshit being spewed. Because they're not. Every single contract that I'm hearing about with partners is completely different from one another. There's no set standards. There's no blanket standards that they can apply when they intentionally bend the rules for streamer A and then bend over streamer B and ram them right up the behind without so much as explaining why the hell they've been booted off the platform. And then if we want to talk about Twitch actually looking out for our safety, here's something that pisses me off. Because I got into a huge fight with another streamer who used to stream on Twitch. And she said to me, because I commented that I wasn't too happy about how how long it takes for Twitch support to get back to us as affiliates. She turned around and said, oh yeah, well, I don't see that because I had somebody harass me and I reported it, and within 48 hours, Twitch was already responding and dealing with it. Well, let me ask you this. What the happened 8 months ago when I was being stalked and harassed and had slander videos made about me? And I reported it to Twitch. I had people threatening my safety. I reported it to Twitch months ago. You know what? I still haven't gotten a fucking follow-up. People threatening to cause harm to me. People saying they want to take my life. Because they didn't like that I was more popular in one certain set of stream over another person. Threatening to take my life. Undeniable proof submitted to Twitch 9 months later. Nothing has happened. You know what? Make whatever jokes you want about your local police office. At least I know damn well if I had taken that proof to my local RCMP, they would have done something by now. They would have started the report the same damn day. I've gotten automated responses. It's fucking ridiculous. But then somebody's feelings are hurt because of a joke made that they had engaged in, and next thing you know, 24 hours later, that person is banned because they have a higher status, celebrity status on the platform. So where is the care? Where is the concern there? Where is the equality there? Where is the transparency there? Where is the protection for us smaller affiliates? Where is it? And why aren't we talking about this more? Why isn't there a fast track gateway for us affiliates or for the lower end partners, whom, by the way, I hear get treated differently than the top, 15% of Twitch partners, which is pretty fucked up, by the way. Coda says, I think it's a revenue basis. Greed gets to a lot of companies, and this could easily be another example. Yeah, but the problem with that, Coda, is they are flat out lying to the public about it. They are lying to us about it, and they're using it as justification for wrongful bans because they have their TOS and their user agreement set up in a way that they try as hard as they can to avoid any type of damage. And I think that if Twitch is not going to follow their own TOS, the people, at the very least, should be standing up and considering the possibility, if this isn't going to get better, if Twitch isn't going to listen to us, if Twitch isn't going to protect all of us equally, I think we should start considering the possibility of something like a class action lawsuit for failure to abide by a contract. Because when we hit accept, when we submit our tax information, yes, this is Twitch's platform, but there's also, a requirement for when a contract is signed and agreed upon, which happens when we say we accept the terms of service and use. When we submit our tax information, there is a contractual obligation, and a lot of people fail to realize that. And I'm willing that anybody with some legal knowledge could probably look into it and confirm my suspicions and what I'm saying here. A class action lawsuit could be viable in a situation where a company has failed to abide by the very same terms of the agreement that is made. Causing financial loss for either party would be grounds for that. And if it's consistently proven to be on a biased basis, whether it's age, whether it's gender, whether it's sexual orientation, whether it's race, or whether it's popularity or financial status, those are all forms of discrimination. And I'm pretty sure that at some point, this is the unpleasant reality that Twitch is going to be forced to face. Because I can't be the only person out there who's ever thought of that possibility. Coda asks me, do you believe the Twitch Council has anything to do with this? Oh, dear Lord. All right. Let me ask you this, Coda. How many smaller streamers are you aware of on the Twitch Council? How many lower-end affiliates are on the council? How many viewers are on the council? The council, in my opinion, is preset for a certain level of biasness. No, that's a legitimate question. The council is supposed to represent all of us. It's supposed to represent the Twitch staff. It's supposed to represent Twitch partners on all levels. It's supposed to represent all streamers on Twitch, which, spoiler alert, also includes us lowly affiliates. Where is our representation? Where is our voice? Please show me on the Twitch Council who speaks for me, who I can go to address these concerns, and how to contact them. Yeah, oh, they handpicked. Based on what criteria? The council is supposed to represent the entire community in order to keep the entire community safe. That's not a f***ing democracy. That's a goddamn f***ing joke. It's a mock. It's a mockery of democracy. It's a fucking hierarchy. There is no representation for us, man. This isn't they represent us, they look at our best interests. This is handpicked select bunch of fucking people that Twitch is deciding to pamper in order to get good PR and get good press. But when people like me, or you, Coda, I'm not saying that the people on the council are bad, alright? I'm not saying that they're all bad or anything like that. I'm saying that they don't realistically have the capacity to represent me or you. Have any of them come and spoken to any of us? Have they, brought themselves down in the world to come and talk to newer streamers? Or streamers who have been putting in the grind for a while? Or streamers that actually have opinions and something to say that doesn't follow the whole hush. Hush, don't ask, don't tell culture that's going on. Like, why the f*** do you think that right now Twitch is being plagued with sexual harassment claims? And, of Twitch staff, of Twitch partners, of Twitch affiliates. That is f***ed up. That shouldn't be happening anywhere. Nobody should be sexually harassing another person. Whether you're male, whether you're female, whether you're a robot, cyborg, unicorn. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what gender you identify as, or what gender you are, or what gender you're attracted to. I don't care how much money you make in the bank. You have the same responsibility and obligation to treat somebody with respect as everybody else. And if you're not doing that, you're a piece of shit. Plain and simple. And it's ridiculous. Oh, no. I understand that, Coda. But like I said, we're going to be jumping around and discussing a lot of different things. Now, as far as the 8-member council, I mean, there's already been scandal within the council. It is what it is. I get that there's only so much they can do, but the council was a terrible idea. An absolutely terrible idea. Because it's Twitch's way of once again saying, wasn't us, talk to the council. It's their way of having disposable patsies, is the way I honestly see it. Because, I mean, again, nobody's talking about these things. Why isn't the council talking about these things and addressing these things? The fact that somebody threatened my life and I have to wait 9+ months to get a response, and I still haven't f***ing got one. I've reported streamers who are visibly under the influence of illicit drugs and narcotics, which are still illegal, who have passed the fuck out, who have shown so much rage and hatred towards another person for nothing, who have made threats against people, other people, who have been homophobic, who have been sexist, and nothing has happened. And I believe as a streamer, it is my obligation that when I'm out and viewing other streams, if I see things that are a violation of TOS, it is my obligation to report it. Not just as a viewer, but as a fellow streamer, helping clear out trash like that from the community. That is an obligation, and I take that seriously. And when I'm told I am bound by these terms of service, I see them as laws. I am obligated to follow those as they are law on this platform. And I can't do that if the legal system of Twitch, as in the council or the decision makers, don't respond to complaints, don't enforce those complaints. Again, we have streamers out there, both male and female, who are showing off far more of their body than they need to be, who are sexualizing everything that they can, simply for the purpose of getting more views and making more money. Those people need to go. I don't care if they've got 10 million viewers. I don't care if they've got one viewer. And I am trying really, really hard not to say names of people that I'm criticizing right now. But I want to know from you guys. Let's take a minute and hear from you guys. How many of you have been targeted by sexually inappropriate comments because of your gender, have been threatened or harassed? I'm just curious. Is there anybody in chat who has fallen into that category? And you don't have to give us specifics or anything like that. If you have, press 1. If you haven't, press 2. Let's see if there's even anybody who wants to speak up either. Because I've spoken with a couple of streamers recently who have said they haven't personally been targeted, but they have witnessed it, and they've pretty much had the same results. You know, they try and report it and nothing happens at all. And it's disturbing. It really is. But then you get a high-profile person who's offended, and suddenly action happens seconds later. Or you get a high-profile person who does it, and nothing happens when they're accused because Twitch doesn't want to lose another cash cow. And that bothers me a lot. You know? I mean, honestly, as it is with the movements that are out right now, I'm made to feel ashamed because I am a middle-aged white male. I have been made to feel like I need to apologize because I am a middle-aged white male. Because all of the people out there have now helped build another stereotype that I am just a privileged sexual predator. And it bothers me that that is the label for me because of my skin color and because of my gender. And it enrages me to know that if I were... Okay, hold on a second. Cornfed says, I have modded for a female streamer that was stalked, and the bad person evaded several times, and Twitch did nothing about it. There you go. There you go. And let me guess, she's not a high-profile Twitch partner, right? She's probably a lower to moderate affiliate, or possibly a lower ranked partner at best, right? Because I'm willing to bet if she was bringing in, 50,000 views a stream, her harassment, like the harassment that's been happening to her, yeah, just 30 average. Now, if she had 1,000 average, or 50,000 average, guaranteed Twitch would do something about it. So why is somebody who's being harassed and stalked less important because they have 30 average versus somebody who makes a claim with no proof, or maybe with proof, who has 50,000 views, less important than the person with the 50,000 views? Why are they less important? If Twitch's statement is to be believed, if Twitch isn't just talking out their ass and spewing forth bullshit, if Twitch is following their TOS, corn-fed, why isn't your friend being protected? All Twitch is reinforcing is privilege. Is a form of societal privilege, but it doesn't matter what color your skin is. It matters how much you're making them and how many views you have. That's the privilege within Twitch. You want to talk about systematic prejudice? You want to talk about privilege? You want to talk about, sexism and racism? Look at how Twitch is performing right now. Twitch is a megacorp who is promoting that by their lack of action right now. And nobody from Twitch will comment on this to me. Nobody from Twitch will talk to me about this. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. It is revolting. I'm afraid to have my daughter come in most of the time during my streams, which sucks because, I try to be a family streamer. And I can't be, because I am paranoid that I'm going to be disciplined for something out of my control. Corn-fed, I would love to talk to that friend of yours, but I have a feeling that they have a non-disclosure agreement, so they wouldn't even really be able to answer most of these questions, most of these concerns, which is saddening. It really, really is. But I mean, going back for a minute, I'm forced to feel shame for being a middle-aged white guy. I'm told that I have privilege. I'm told that I just don't understand what it's like to be in fear of sexual predators. Which is insulting, by the way. As a rape survivor, a 2-time rape survivor, who's suffered at the hands of both a male and a female, that pisses me off. To be told that because I have a penis between my legs, I'm more likely to be a predator. That pisses me off. I can't walk up to a woman and say, "Ma'am, I'm sorry to disturb you. I just wanted to say that you look absolutely stunning today." I can't do that because I'm middle-aged, I'm white, and I'm unattractive based on societal standards as a norm. I would be considered creepy. Now, let me tell you something right now. If I walked up to 10 different women, looking as I do, and said that, guaranteed, at least 3 of them are going to say that I was creepy and a perv. And most people would say that I was harassing her if that was brought to the internet. Now, if I looked like a movie star, it would be a compliment. The double standards there that are being presented on platforms is wrong. And at no point am I trying to make any unwanted passes. I'm simply being polite. I'm simply expressing a compliment and being on my way. Now, that doesn't mean that there are guys who just do that. There are tons of guys out there who who cross the line, and I'm hoping that those are the ones that Twitch is targeting. But based on their current track record for following TOS, I'm legitimately concerned to make a compliment to somebody. for fear that it's going to be twisted if somebody so desired, for malicious intent to target me. I'm afraid it's going to be twisted. And I'm even more paranoid that Twitch would just back them because the TOS doesn't matter. And I agree, Jade, that is a stupid thought. But that's currently what's being taught to people. That's currently what's becoming more commonplace within society. That us men, we just think with our little heads. That if we pay a compliment, it's not a compliment. It's some sort of deviant action. That's the automatic default now, is that we're sexual predators. And it's disturbing because I used to love making people's days by walking up to them and saying, you know, you're absolutely beautiful, or, hey, you know what? I just wanted to say, you look like an amazing person. Have a great day. I used to do that when I was younger. I used to pay random people, random strangers, male and female, compliments because I enjoyed seeing people smile. Oh, I agree, Jade. I absolutely agree. And here's the worst part. When I went to file the report when I was raped by a male, the police took that report like that. They were all over it. You know, they asked me the standard questions. There was no questioning the validity of my claim. Now, when I filed a report against the female, I was mocked and ridiculed even by the police. And even had one female officer comment under her breath, "How can it be rape if you enjoyed it?" So trust me, I understand the automatic doubt that a lot of rape victims have to deal with, that a lot of victims of sexual assault and sexual harassment have to deal with. And I sympathize, and I agree that every single person has a right to walk with freedom and safety and without harassment. But there is a difference between sexual malicious intent and paying somebody a compliment. And the way, again, that Twitch is adhering to their TOS, I fear that me turning around and saying, Jade, may I please make an example using your name? I want to ask your permission before I do. And I want to make sure that I have consent. Sue? Sure? Okay. Thank you. I was like, wait, what? Don't sue me. So, I mean, Jade, if you were to come in and you were to, you know, have like a profile picture that had your face, and I turned around and said, Jade, I just wanted to say you look absolutely beautiful. I'm afraid to do that to somebody. Or if Cornfed came in and I saw his picture on his profile and I said, Cornfed, you look absolutely handsome. I'm afraid that a year down the road, rumors are going to fly, and people are going to try and convince my wife that A, I'm cheating on her, and B, that I was sexually harassing these two individuals. And that's f***ed up. And another thing, I wear these shirts that honestly I'm sweating my balls off half the time in my office. I wear these shirts sometimes because I love, you know, like the image, like Dad's in Control, cute little gaming reference, you know. But I wear some of the warmer shirts too that like really hug the neck, not because it's comfortable. If anything, it's really uncomfortable. But because I'm afraid to wear any type of shirt that even has the neck going down a little bit lower. Because I'm afraid I'm going to be accused of indecent exposure. But then we've got people who are literally wearing thongs and bras. Or you know, like those really tight shorts on guys. And like shirts that like... It honestly looks like if they breathe, the shirt's gonna rip on guys. And this is acceptable. But if I were to wear a shirt that was a little bit lower, let's say it came down to, I don't know, like right here. You know, I'm afraid that I'm going to get in trouble. And yeah, my wife makes sure to wear shirts that are like super high up as well. Because the first thing that happens as a female streamer, if your shirt is loose or comfortable, or even remotely revealing, immediately, titty streamer. Thought. All these other slanderous words being used. And if you're a male who follows these streamers, even if you just enjoy their content, you're a fucking simp. That is the culture that is being bred here. And yet we've got people whose breasts are popping out on stream. We've got, you know, people who you can see right through their shirt. There's nothing hidden as far as a male. You can see their man nipples, their nipples, whatever the word is. You know, and I mean, nothing happens to them. And, okay, River, I don't agree with that you're not attractive, but, I mean, I'm biased. But, I mean, here's the other thing, too. River says she's not afraid of being banned. She's saying that she's afraid of being banned if she wore anything that could remotely be construed as more revealing. Not because it might reveal her body, but because she's not a top streamer and because she's not socially attractive. Now, River, let me ask you this. If you had a teeny tiny waist and you looked like a supermodel and you had, I don't know, 50,000 views, do you think Twitch would ban you if your breasts were popping out of your shirt? Practically. Do you honestly believe, as a female streamer, that you would get in as much trouble if you looked like a supermodel and you had a buttload of viewers? Or do you think that Twitch would give you preferential treatment? I'm curious to hear from a female on this. River says that she'd actually risk it. Now, I don't know how I feel about that, chat, just for the record. But she says she'd risk it then, because I most likely wouldn't get in trouble. And there you have it. Females who feel like it would be a safe risk because they wouldn't get in trouble if they fit what society deems as attractive just in order to get ahead and make more money. That's up. And that's because Twitch doesn't maintain standards. Twitch promotes this culture of sexualization by being inactive, by remaining complacent, by protecting their higher-ups who abuse this and attacking anybody who doesn't fit their higher-ups or fit certain stereotypes and standards. And that disgusts me. And again, Twitch isn't commenting on this. You know, I tag Twitch support. I don't see them here. I don't understand why they won't come in. I don't understand why they won't make these comments. I don't understand. You know? It feels like they're hiding. River says, you remember my black tank with like the round belt thing on it? It's not super revealing, but tiny bit show. I can't wear that shirt now because I'm too big for being preggers, but yeah. Yeah, I remember that shirt. What about that one? You know? And it just... I wish I could say I understand the justification of Twitch. And trust me, I don't want to be on here, you know, biting the hand that feeds me. I don't want to be on here crapping all over the very platform. But I don't know. I want to have the same faith and strength and courage and conviction the Dr. Disrespect had at the end of his stream. You know, until you guys will get through it. But I don't know if I believe that. River says if I was able to wear it, even that is too much for my size, looks, etc. to stream in. And there you go. Those who are considered socially beautiful feel like they have a better chance wearing more revealing clothes without Twitch dropping the ban hammer on them. And honestly, that was the reason why I didn't start streaming sooner. I honestly expected to get ridiculed. You know, my teeth aren't the best. My size is pretty big. No matter what I do with my hair, it still looks like a mess. And I was insecure about that because I know how the internet is. It ain't no safe haven for people. It's a place where anybody who wants to be an asshole or a troll is going to come in and destroy you as best as they can. Because they can. And it wasn't until my wife really pushed me. And pushed me. And pushed me. For a couple of years before I took that leap. And honestly, I'm glad I did. Don't get me wrong. I've met you amazing people. And I love each and every one of you for the support that you've shown me. You know, for being at my streams, for financially supporting me, for emotionally supporting me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And I think that now is the time that we need to make a stand, whether you're a viewer or a streamer. And I think we need to start flooding Twitch's Twitter and start demanding more accountability, demanding more fair and equal treatment regardless of the streamer's status or looks or gender, demanding that they be held accountable and responsible to follow their TOS. And I encourage you guys not to go around, you know, report bombing people, but I encourage you guys to keep your eyes out. And if you see people who are violating Twitch TOS, please report them. You know, try and engage in dialogue. Maybe they don't know they're breaking a certain rule. Talk to them. But if that doesn't get anywhere, report them. And keep at it. Demand that Twitch step out of the shadows and stop being complacent and silent. Demand change. Come up with a clever hashtag on Twitter and help make it trend. Make Twitch be accountable to the same TOS that they claim we are being held to. And if you see something that is wrong, if you see action being taken wrong against somebody, or Twitch handling something in a way that you feel is morally wrong, stand up and say something. And I'm going to circle back to Dr. Disrespect for a minute. I don't know why he was banned. So I can't say if the banning was justified, but what I do feel is wrong is that they won't tell him about it. And that they're enforcing a ban in a time frame where they have shown a lack of reliability of enforcing their TOS on a consistent basis. And if you know about the streamer that I'm talking about, who has had multiple violations and they've protected, demand answers and accountability from Twitch. You know? Like, it's wrong. And I can't do my job and be here and provide fun, lighthearted, carefree content for you guys when this kind of shit is going on. It's just not right. And I want to make it very clear. I have mad respect for those streamers who maintain TOS and who have made it. A lot of love to Tim the Tatman. I mean, that guy is absolutely amazing. Mima the Geeky Grandma. There's so many streamers out there. Miss Hobo Slayer, you know, Coda, you know, Coda Conduct, another streamer I absolutely love. Red to Live, Ottermere, Rivershine. And I strongly encourage you guys, instead of feeding into the drama that some of the top streamers are, you know, engaging in back and forth, find those mellow ones. Show some love to people like Cub Fan, or to Scar, or, you know, if you want to continue supporting me, awesome. I appreciate it. I love you guys. But also find those smaller streamers. Build them up. Show that you stand in solidarity with the streamers who are willing to bust their ass to put out content for you while following the TOS without selling their damn body. And stand by them and support them. Because that is how we're going to make our voice heard. It's not until we get big enough that Twitch can't ignore us will change potentially be made. We need to stop supporting these toxic streamers. We need to stop supporting these people who think it's appropriate to have OnlyFans accounts tied to the same Twitter that they use for their Twitch. And if you look and you see these streamers with OnlyFans accounts, you know, and trying to sell their body or try to sell sexualization, report them. Don't support. Report. Don't support. Don't watch them. Don't engage with them. You know, don't give them your valuable time. Hold Twitch accountable. Demand answers. Question things if it doesn't make sense. Don't fall for the trap of because TOS. If something doesn't feel right, if it smells like a dirty, rotten fish, if it looks like a dirty, rotten fish, if it acts like a dirty, rotten fish, it's probably a dirty, fucking rotten fish. And you have a right to answers. You have a right to have the platform in which you spend money on be held accountable. You have the right to question things, especially if it doesn't feel right. And they have an obligation to provide you with some form of acceptable answer, because you are paying for a service. You are entitled to that accountability. We want to talk about being entitled. That's where we're entitled. Because chat, I can't do this without you. And these other streamers, they can't do it without you. We are nothing without you. You guys decide what's acceptable and what's not acceptable based on the streamers that you watch and you support and that you help grow. So once again, I beg you guys to think very carefully about the streamers that you support. And while something might, you know, and in the moment you might consider funny or a joke, think about the message that that's sending, and think about what else they might be doing that you may or may not agree with. And think very, very carefully about that. Because if you guys continue to support streamers who engage in these questionable things, then all that does is reward them and empower them to continue to get away with it. But if you guys stand up together and boycott those other streamers, and if you open the lines of communication and dialogue, and we discuss these things, and we make it known that we're not okay with it, it's only a matter of time before eventually change has to take effect. Like, I don't know what else to do. But Twitch, you're letting us down. You're failing your streamers. You're failing your viewers. You're failing your customers right now. And we want to understand why. because that's how I feel as a streamer and a viewer. Twitch is, you're letting me down. You're not enforcing that TOS. You're not making sure that, you know, streamers who are using their body in a sexualized manner aren't being removed. You're allowing them to continue to walk that fine line in that gray area. And I'm not talking about art streamers and body painters and stuff like that. They're artists, and as long as they're abiding by proper protocol and rules and regulations, I have no qualms with that. You know? But in light of recent events, it's a dangerous time to be a streamer. And I think that as viewers, we forget that sometimes. And I'm not just a streamer, I'm a viewer too. And I think sometimes it's easy to forget how much effort and hard work goes into preparing streams. And how much it means to a streamer to have you come in and just chat with them and communicate with them. I mean, we live off of that. We feed off of that. You guys breathe life into our stream. And by coming in and watching the streams consistently, being supportive just verbally and emotionally, I can't tell you how much that means. How much that means to us. You know, and for any of you Dr. Disrespect fans out there, I ask you guys this. Please, and even those who aren't fans, do not judge him until the facts come out. Then listen to all of the facts and formulate whatever opinion you have based off of that. Don't feed into the rumors and the drama, because this is somebody's life that's being affected. This person dedicated so much time. Like, Guy dedicated so much time. And Guy, by the way, is Dr. Disrespect's first name, real name. You know, he dedicated so much time and so much of his life to entertaining people. You know, he did that as a service. And I believe that regardless of the size of the streamer, that they deserve the benefit of the doubt. And at the very least, they deserve to have the facts come out before we judge, before we engage in spreading rumors, and before we formulate opinions. And that's the biggest reason why I am so pissed off with Twitch right now. Any other time, they would take it as an opportunity to brag about how they're enforcing the TOS. And this time they're just hiding in the shadows. They're letting these rumors circulate and, you know, brew up. And they're doing a lot of damage to him. So right now, my heart goes out to Dr. Disrespect and his family during this time and his community. Because this can't be easy. And I'm thankful that I'm not put in that position right now. Maybe I will be after this stream. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna piss off the wrong people. But I feel like you guys, like I've been straight with you guys throughout all of my streams before. I call it how it is and I tell it how it is based on the information I have and how I feel. And I'm very straightforward with you guys about that. And I feel like that's one thing you've come to respect and appreciate from me. So that's why I'm doing this, regardless of whatever backlash I'm going to get. Because I feel like I owe it to you guys. I just don't understand how we've devolved to this particular situation. And how it's gotten so bad. And I don't know what else we can do, chat, but we have to do something. This is our home. This is where you go to for your entertainment and your content. This is where we as content creators go to share ourselves and our lives and our passions with you and the rest of the world. And right now it feels like we're alone. It feels like Twitch is up in this sky castle, you know, and they're not doing anything. You know, they're just fucking hiding out up there, and we're stuck on ground zero. And you know, it feels like the nuke's about to go off, and we're just sitting here saying our goodbyes. It's like, unless we're a big time streamer, we're not up in that castle, and it's just a matter of time. And it's disturbing, and it breaks my heart. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that because I plan to leave Twitch just yet. If they want to get rid of me, they're going to have to kick me out, because I will continue to be here for you guys. I made the mistake of leaving once before, and I felt terrible for leaving some of you behind. You know, a lot of you guys were able to make the jump, and I appreciate that. But I admit I made a mistake, and I'm thankful to the community for giving me a chance to make it up to them. So remember, just because a website or a newspaper reports something doesn't make it fact. Wait until you hear the facts. Reserve judgment. These are people's lives and livelihoods on the line. Hold Twitch accountable. Take a stance and stand for it. And make sure that that stance is what you believe through and through, with your whole heart. And it's something that that you guys can back. Like, and this is something that you guys should be applying in your day-to-day life. You know, recently I've come to find out that somebody has spread a lot of lies about me and misinformation about me, and friendships that I had and families of those friends have come to distrust me and turn on me and question my credibility and my morals because of false information from somebody, you know, and that hurts. So what I'm saying to you shouldn't just be applied on Twitch. This should be something that we're practicing in good faith in all aspects of our lives. Because if we don't, one day we're going to be on the receiving end, and it's going to feel like shit. And let me tell you, that's not a good place. Again, my heart goes out to Dr. Disrespect and his family and his friends and his supporters. And I hope that whatever it is, that him and his family and his supporters can bounce back from it. And if he has seriously done something wrong, I hope that he's prepared to, you know, be accountable and take responsibility and accept whatever punishment he may deserve. And if he's innocent, I hope that, you know, his name is cleared of whatever false BS has initiated this. Again, I'm not going to take sides. I'm going to be keeping an eye on things. I'm going to be waiting to hear statements from Twitch, statements from Dr. Disrespect and his team. And we'll go from there. But I have to say that as it stands, Twitch is not handling it very appropriately or professionally. And they're not protecting us. And Twitch, you're making it unsafe for us streamers. You know, it's no one particular person. It is Twitch and the higher ups, by their lack of action and their lack of being willing to stand up against some of these bigger money makers and say this is not okay. They're teaching people that it's okay to break the rules if you make enough money, if you're famous enough. And that's breeding a very unsafe environment for a lot of us content creators. I really do hope that Twitch sees this and they decide to reach out and talk to us, or talk to me. But I'm not going to kid myself. I'm not a big streamer. I don't expect them to pay any attention to this. And to you streamers out there who are riding those fine areas, those gray areas, whether you're exposing your body, whether you're using your platforms to sell your porn, whether you're doing things that you know is questionable with your animals, with your viewers, with your body, whether you're male, female, a toaster, a cyborg, whether you're gender fluid, doesn't matter what your gender is, doesn't matter what you identify as, doesn't matter what your ethnic background is, it doesn't matter your age. Stop being a part of the problem. Selling your body, selling your soul, selling yourself for a quick buck is disgusting. And you're a part of the problem. And one day you will be taken down. One day those looks will fade. You know, those cheap tricks won't work anymore. And you're just going to be seen as nothing. And I can't wait for it. And you can send your communities out to harass anybody who speaks up against you. But at the end of the day, I don't have those looks. So I'll still be here in 10, 20 years. Where are you going to be when your looks fade? When your cheap tricks fade? I'd love to see Twitch do a full-scale investigation on some of those bigger names. And cross-reference these Twitter accounts with OnlyFans accounts. And I expect that Twitch should ban those accounts, but they won't. You know, if you have an OnlyFans account, you're a sex seller. You're a smut seller. You're not a streamer. You have zero skill. You have zero right to be on this platform. You're trash. You're absolute gutter trash. Male or female, I don't care. If you're intentionally being a sexual predator, if you're intentionally, you know, riding those lines on the TOS, you're garbage. You're no talent, washed out has-been. You have no right to be on a streaming platform. And you should go back to Pornhub or wherever the you came from, because we don't want you here. You're gutter. You're trash. You're disgusting. You have no right to be on our platform. This is our platform. So take your damn smut and get the hell out of here. It pisses me the off. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, look at me. I'm going to play games. And I'm going to hire some fine looking blah, blah, blah. Insert sexist comments here. Look at me. I'm so good. I can play FPS games and I can be top and You know, I can treat women like trash. No, you're trash. Or, look at me. Oops. Go to my just OnlyFans. Get the here, you goddamn garbage. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. This is porn, really? These people are sporting porn, and I gotta worry about if my daughter accidentally, you know, takes off her shirt. Fuck you, Twitch.